Your Majesties. Africa has suffered. So, Emmanuel Macron exclaims, Africa is my continent and my home. With all enthusiasm, with all the energy in him, he's telling the world that Africa is his continent and Africa is his home. Now, can you make this make sense? Calm down. We will get into it. You will listen to him say it with his mouth. See, the Sahel had done a serious thing to Europe and America. I don't know if you understand the gravity, the level of the flogging that the Sahel had given to Europe and America, especially France. The Sahel was the region that was mainly for the French government. They were the kings, they were the in charge of the Sahel. Then America is, like I told you, they are brothers and sisters. But the region of the Sahel is for the French government. In Africa, there are regions that are for the Europeans. There are regions that are for the British government. They are the ones in charge. But they give small to their brothers and sisters. Now, there are regions that are for the Americans. Then they give small to their brothers and sisters. But this Sahel is France saw the Sahel like it's... give me the word. Say the word. The way they saw Africa is it's like a mineral producing market that they own. So to them, they have invested. What did they invest? So for them now, it's just to come and harvest and go. So yeah, what they bring, what they pay to get out this thing is the Bible they give to you, the religions that they've given to you. The Arab world does their own. Okay, they come in the name of Allah, take out resources, and then they go. The Christian world come in the name of Jesus, does what they want to do free of charge, and they go. They give you the Bible, the word of God is the payment for all these things that they steal away. It is unfortunate. So France saw the Sahel as that region they have groomed, their farm. France saw the Sahel as a farm that they planted, so it's their right to harvest. So what the Sahel did to France, sometimes you see Macron talking, it's as if Macron wants to cry. It's as if Macron wants to cry. As if he had the ability to just go and squeeze Goita, squeeze Tiani and Traore, he would just go and merge them together and squeeze them. That was the pain, the level of the agitation. This is where they get their daily bread from. This is where they get everything that made them who they are today. The secret of the whole of developed countries came out. Their nyash became open. Everything is in light for us to see. And it's unfortunate that many Africans do not want to see these things for what it is. And now Macron have come out boldly to tell the world that Africa is his continent. Africa is his home. It's a message that is being passed. Macron passed a message. And before we dissect that in our own way here, I want you to listen to Macron tell you that the continent is his continent and is his home.
L'Afrique est mon continent et ma maison.
Africa is my continent and my home. These were the words recently proclaimed by French President Emmanuel Macron, sparking waves of anger, frustration, and disbelief across Africa and among its allies worldwide. But what did he mean by this? Is it a claim of endearment, or a stark reminder that France may still view Africa as its backyard, a region it can influence, control, and profit from? I don't know about you, but I am in shock to hear Macron say this, as if the cry of Africans for France to let them alone fall on deaf ears. This is incredible. Macron made this surprising remark during a recent joint session of the Moroccan parliament. His speech, full of aspirations for closer Franco-Moroccan relations, highlighted France's intention to remain close to Africa. But many saw it as a thinly veiled message, a warning that France isn't ready to let go of its historical claim over Africa. Africa is my continent and my home isn't just a phrase. It symbolizes a colonial relationship that, in Macron's words, seems everlasting. Think about this for a moment. While African countries have fought and struggled for decades to achieve political freedom and economic independence, Macron's words suggest a lingering, almost paternalistic view. It's as if he's saying, you might be independent, but don't forget who you belong to. But Africa is not France's home. Africa belongs to Africans. So why does Macron feel this sense of entitlement?
Your Majesties, these people are not ready to leave us alone, and it is seen. Now, when Macron said Africa is his continent and his home, he forgot that Gaddafi had already reminded us something. Now, let's listen to Gaddafi.
Of power, of dignity, of freedom for Africa. Africa for Africans. The land of Africa is for Africans everywhere. Our land is our land. Everything is our land. My brothers everywhere. You are the master of your continent. You are free in your continent. In this historical day, you are strong now. You are marching to the glory, forward, to the progress. Our brother, my brother Nelson Mandela, my brother Mbeki, forgive my brother Mugabe, forgive the whites. They are poor. You are your master. They are your master. I want to thank you. The US, forward.
So when Gaddafi made those speeches, he understood very well what he meant by that. And we need to remind ourselves every day that Africa is not for Macron. Macron, Africa is not your continent though. Macron, Africa is not your home. Wasn't it recently we talked about how these white settlers sat and they were analyzing the whole of South Africa? That South Africa do not belong to black people. And the San people are not Africans. Now Macron is saying that Africa is his home and his continent. No, Macron, Africa cannot be your home. Africa cannot be your continent. Africa belongs to Africans. Okay? Al-Kebulan belongs to Al-Kebulans. It is our home, it is our continent, and the continent to all melanated people around the world. You are not even close to it. Macron. So Africa cannot be your continent. Africa cannot be your home. Now, you see what we keep hammering every day? You see what we keep talking about every day? I try my best all the time here, like to bring some words to a level where we can communicate and remind ourselves that if we do not fight for our birthright, it will be taken away before our faces. Foreign bodies are coming in, flocking into the continent, different countries in the continent, acquiring lands, acquiring homes, and the melanated are supposed to come and acquire. They are seated there comfortably in these people's land, though. They are aware that there's nothing in their land. Their land is barren. So they are shifting to a fertile space, to a fertile land where they have everything. So they are leaving you in the barren land and they are shifting themselves into the fertile land, making it out, like saying it publicly to the world, that Africa has become their home. How many Africans have gone to other European countries and American countries and tell them that that country is for them? In short, they won't even, you won't see the light of day. Now, for a leader of a nation, a sovereign nation like France, to come out and tell you that Africa is his continent and his home, Your Majesties, I don't know what we are making out of this, but this is not funny. This is no joke. Like it was analyzed in the short clip I show you, this shows that Macron and his cohorts are not ready to let Africa be without a fight. There was a video I did here and I did some analyzing that there is no way this sovereign body will leave Africa without a fight. Because you listen to Ibrahim Traore, he said, we have to fight because there is no way out. We need to prepare ourselves for a physical battle. Nobody in their right senses will pray for a battle or for a war. But if we cannot sacrifice our lives so that our offspring can have a conducive environment in the future, then we are cowards. We are cowards. We are not fighting because we want to fight. It's because there is no other way. Before our faces, our homes will be taken. Before our faces, our resources will be taken. Like France don't want to take no for an answer. The Sahel have agitated, have kicked out the French government. They don't want to take no for an answer. The moment the Sahel say leave and the French government did everything to remain, I just knew that this is not going to be funny at the end. They went to Cote d'Ivoire, they went to other parts, they went to Benin Republic and got some place for themselves there. Only the creator and the ancestors knew what they give to those people, those leaders in Benin Republic and Cote d'Ivoire, to accept them keeping their army there. They came to Cote d'Ivoire with their warship. What did they bring into Cote d'Ivoire with the warship? That video, I put it up here in a short, and YouTube, I don't know, it's like YouTube took down that video. But this is something that, it's not me that was the warship. I wasn't the warship. I wasn't the one who did the video of the warship on the shores of the Ivorian people. I wasn't the one. This is a fact that was out there. And I don't know why YouTube don't wanted it to go out for people to see that there is a warship there. At a time where Africans are saying, let us be, leave us alone. This is a reality of the world that we live in. That if care is not taken, what is ours will be taken away. Because these people are not ready to leave us. Europe and America are not ready for a no. They don't want no for an answer. I keep telling you, these are spoiled children. They are used to getting everything they wanted. They had the upper power to manipulate us with religion. Because you'll be asking, how did they do this? How were they successful? They came in with missionaries and they succeeded. Remember the letter of King Leopold to the Belgian missionaries in the Congo? He told them, don't go and be preaching God to them. Oh, these people know God, though. They know that there is a creator. They have an Unzambi. They have an Unzakomba they communicate with. They know that if you do bad thing, you will be punished. So don't go and be telling them about God. What you have to go and do in the Congo is to talk to them in the way that you are going to convince them for our own good. So religion was only a tool that these people used to get upper hand on our people. Whether you accept it or you reject it, this is a fact that cannot be disputed. You can do your research to come and dispute it and tell me that what I'm saying is the wrong thing. This was how they got upper hand and they took advantage of us. That's when Macron can come out and tell you that Africa is his home and his continent. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always majesties. Bye for now.